So he was a cheerful disposition. He said, well, we must put back all we can find and trust to providence. So he has no confidence to handle the bicycle. So he is keeping everything upon the hands of God. And we found 11 balls. We fixed 6 on one side and 5 on the other. And half an hour later, the wheel was in its place again. It need hardly be added that it really did wobble now. A child might have noticed it. He said it would do for the present. That means whenever they fixed the wheel, it wobbled, means it moved a little, and a child was observing all the things and he is telling, it would do for the present only. That means the repairing of the bicycle is not perfect. I said, watching you do this is of real use to me. It's not only your skill that fascinates me, it's your cheery confidence in yourself, your inexplicable hopefulness that does me good. So, the man is telling, watching you do this is real use of me. To that child he is telling, you are watching me and that gave me confidence. It's not only your skill that fascinates me, it's your cheery confidence in yourself, your inexplicable hopefulness. Inexplicable means that can't be explained. So, confidence in yourself, your inexplicable hopefulness, that does me good. Okay, you trusted me. Your confidence in me only made me good. Thus encouraged, he set to work to refix the gear case. He stood the bicycle against the house. So, they attached the front wheel. Next step is to attach the gearbox. So, whenever I was telling and praising about him, he is also encouraged. And what did he do? He set to work to refix the gear case. For that, he stood the bicycle against the house and worked from the offside. Offside, it is given in the text, that is, offside is that side of the field which the batsman is facing to receive the ball. That's the offside. Onside is the opposite of that. So, this man is sitting at the offside and he is going to fix the gearbox. Then he stood it against a tree and worked from the onside. First he was sitting at the offside and tried to fix the gearbox. Then he kept the bicycle in front of a tree and stood at the onside and started to attach it. Then I held it for him while he lay on the ground with his head between the wheels and worked at it from below and dropped oil upon himself. So he was sitting in such a position that he was going to fix the gearbox. What happened? The oil fell on his head and dropped oil upon himself. Then he took it away from me and doubled himself across it till he lost his balance and slid over onto his head. So he was just when trying to put the gearbox, first oil fell on his body. The next time when he was forcefully doing that, the bicycle itself fell on his body and his head injured. Then he lost his temper and tried bullying the thing, the bicycle. Bullying the thing means normally people like that now. Whenever they are doing with the things, if they fail in that deed, they will blame. Like that, this man also blaming the bicycle. I was glad to see showed spirit and the subsequent proceedings degenerated into little else than a rough and tough a rough and tumble fight between him and the machine. So the narrator was looking at this man and the bicycle. Both are fighting each other. That means the man is struggling to make the bicycle, and the bicycle is also making a lot of hurts to the man. So this is what it is given, a rough and tumble fight between him and the machine. One moment the bicycle would be on the gravel path and he on top of it. So one time what happened? The bicycle fell down and he was upon the bicycle. The next, the position would be reversed. He was on the gravel path, the bicycle upon him. Now he would be standing flushed with victory, the bicycle firmly fixed between his legs. But his triumph would be short-lived. So finally he fixed the gearbox and he was upon the bicycle and he was in a victorious, a successful man. He was standing there. What happened? But his triumph would be short-lived. Means his success was not extended for long. By a sudden quick moment it would free itself and turning upon him, hit him sharply over the head with one of its handles. Again, the bicycle slipped from his hands and one of the handles hit the head of his friend. At 1:15, dirty and disheveled, cut and bleeding, he said, "I think that will do." And he rose and wiped his brow. What happened? At 1:15, dirty and disheveled, cut and bleeding, he said, "I think that will do." And rose and wiped his brow. Brow means he wiped his forehead. Okay. And he was filled with oil and becomes looking dirty and also bleeding. That bicycle fell on his body, hurts, and the bleeding was there. So he wiped his eyebrow, his forehead. The bicycle looked as if it also had enough of it, which had received most punishment. It would have been difficult to say. The bicycle also was looking in a very pathetic condition. It also looks as if it has got a lot of punishment from that person. I took him into the back kitchen where, so far as was possible, he cleaned himself. So the narrator has taken his friend to the kitchen and he cleaned, the man was cleaned his body himself. Then I sent him home. So this lesson is very interesting. It is the repairing of a bicycle, and the writer has introduced a lot of humorous incidents which can entertain the reader. My dear students, you have to do some exercises, that is page number 128, comprehension check, and working with the text. These two exercises you have to do by yourself, and the rest of the exercise will be handled in the next class. Thank you.